So family, how's everybody doing? My name is Syed. Welcome back to my channel. What's going on this Sunday night, this Monday night already? Today's topic, I'm discussing our lovely LLVs that we have and why it's so serious business right now. There's so many of them catching fire left and right. So just want to discuss what's going on with that situation. But first, if you're new to the channel, my name is Syed. Postal content is what I do, love to do. Thanks so much for all the support y'all been giving me. Can't appreciate y'all enough with the heartfelt messages also. My last few videos I've been discussing my dad and the Hulk Hogan passing, rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. And of course, thanks for all the heartfelt messages y'all been giving me about my pops. Really do appreciate that. So keep giving the channel the thumbs up, helps out everything on this thing. Everything I say on here is from my views, my research, and I don't speak on behalf of USPS, Postal Service ever. None of my videos, I represent them, and it's strictly from my research, what I talk about. So our beloved LLVs, the stations that have newer vehicles, y'all the lucky ones. We all feel happy for you. The rest ones were stuck with these LLVs. They're, among other problems, they catch fire and pose a serious risk to the carrier all the time, whichever carrier is, has a LLV. So, hope y'all are good. It's been rough, rough few weeks, few months, with the summer heat and all that. It's not good. To top it off, a lot of y'all have other nicknames. You call the LLVs tin can, microwave oven. Rightfully so. These things are, they weren't designed to be operating in the year 2025. So as insane it is, it's sadly enough what we have in the stations. They don't bring out the newer vehicles fast enough. And there's no choice but to go out, deliver your route in them. So that's the really serious part, that the dilemma the carriers are stuck in right now. These things are a hazard to our lives. Left and right in the news, we're hearing different cities, wherever these things are operating. They weren't designed for this, so it's not a surprise they catch on fire and just I would call it that suicide. They weren't designed for that. Once they catch fire, they burn out. Sadly, our mechanics can't do anything if the LLVs burn down. So let's take a look at a few facts. What's going on with the LLVs that we sadly have to operate. Yes, USPS LLV long life vehicle trucks have a known and concerning history of catching fire. This is a significant issue that has been reported on for several years. Why LLV trucks catch fire? Age. We know that the primary reason is the advanced age of the fleet. LLVs were manufactured between 1987 and 1994. Designed to last about 24 years. Many are still in service. Not many, a lot of them are still in service, well past their intended lifespan, some being over 30 years old. So basically our mechanics, they die, and then mechanics put the the shock on the heart, they bring them back to life, and just keep them going as long as when they catch fire and really decide to give it out. Wear and tear. These vehicles are subjected to extreme daily use, constant stopping and starting, exposure to all types of weather. This leads to significant wear and tear on all components. Deterioration of parts. Over time, parts simply deteriorate. This can include fuses boxes corroding due to rain. We all see that. When you're in the LLV, on the right bottom side, underneath the steering column, what do you see? Fuse boxes. When it pours rains, or rain is dripping all over, where do you think that rain is going? Right there in the fuse box. So that's it wasn't designed to protect the fuse box like that. So It's bad, guys. Dimmer switches melting, exhaust leaks into the cabin. A lot of carriers have reported, they just get dizzy. They're not meant to, 8, 12 hours a day smell the fumes from the LLV. Thank God I don't have that issue, but a lot of y'all, I get reports, you start getting dizzy after only a couple of hours. You have to go home, rightfully so. Management just expects you to do your route. Here's the key to your LLV. You go do it. You can't do it. Next person in line will do it. But we have to take care of ourselves. Granted, we got a route to do, but if fumes are coming in, there's no way you're risking your life, your lungs. You don't want long-term damage. So any of y'all have fumes coming, just say, I can't use this LLV. Give me another one, period. That's all you got to say. Exhaust leaks into the cabin, oil leaks from constant use, rats chewing on harnesses. That's a new one. I haven't heard that one. Limited safety features. Being older vehicles, they lack modern safety features and designs that could prevent or mitigate fires. Maintenance challenges. While the USPS has implemented maintenance schedules, the sheer age and condition of the vehicles combined with the quality of replacement parts can make effective maintenance difficult. Unidentifiable causes. In many cases, the fires are so destructive that investigators cannot determine a probable cause. So investigator comes in, makes their job hard. This thing is old, way out of its projected lifespan. The burned rubble they're digging through, they're trying to figure out what caused it. Could be a number of reasons. This thing was made in 94, 87 to 94. We're in 2025. So I feel it for the investigators. They can't determine a probable cause, indicating a systematic issue other than isolated incidents. Statistics and incidents. Hundreds of fires. Reports indicate hundreds of LLV fires have occurred over the past decade. For example, some sources cite over 400 fires since 2014, with others mentioning 370 plus LLV fires over a 5-year period as of 2019 data. So it's not updated. The last is 2019 data, so if they update that now, that's probably well over 600-700 LLV fires. No clear pattern. Investigators have often failed to find a specific recurring pattern for the fires other than the general deterioration due to age. So they just write the final on the investigative report that deteriorative parts, that's the result for the fire. The LLVs died because of that. It's been begging to die, but our maintenance keeps putting the thing on the heart and bringing them back to life. They don't want to, but they keep bringing them back to life. But because Postal Service higher-ups don't want to spend their money to get all the stations newer vehicles, not just few, the top states. Certain stations, I won't even say top states because people, y'all in the comments let me know already that I think I had mentioned Texas has new trucks. That's just some parts of Texas. I wouldn't say all the parts of the Texas or the big name states. A lot of you have told me otherwise, that you still have LLVs there. So appreciate that so much for that communication. So no clear pattern. Investigators have often failed a specific recurring pattern for other than general deterioration due to age. Fires have occurred in various climates at different times of the day in various vehicle components, battery, dashboard, fuel pump, and regardless of recent maintenance. Impact. While there haven't been many reported injuries, one confirmed hand burn, for example, the fires often result in a complete destruction of the vehicle and mail, causing significant property damage. So basically, when this thing catches fire, the the carrier first priority is get themselves jump out of there. You don't worry about anything, your bag, whatever, your wallet has to be in your pocket. You just jump out of there. Otherwise, bad things happen. So you take care of yourself first. Mail, all that can be replaced the next day, which it does anyway. We get new mail the next day. So don't worry about the mail packages. Get yourself out that door. Impact. Well, one confirmed hand burn causing significant efforts to address the problem. The USPS is aware of this issue and has been working to replace the aging LLV fleet. What a false dialogue, man. USPS has been aware since they were put in life 1994, 1987. They were told that these things are not going to last past whatever their long life vehicle that age they've been designed to go to. They don't, you think they care? They don't care, man. Keep those things running as long as they catch fire and die. We'll get a new order one from the next door station. A contract was awarded to Oshkosh Defense 2021 to produce the next generation delivery vehicle NGDV. This plan is done. Once, what's his name? The old Postmaster General DeJoy left the office, this plan was halted. They've made only limited amounts, what I've been told from a source. They weren't, according to plan, these vehicles, how many were meant to be made? Only a third of those were made, and the plan is halted. So that plan is out of the book, that's worse luck for us carriers who are stuck with LLVs. That plan was halted. We weren't not going to be getting anything new. We'll see what the new Postmaster General Steiner does about the situation. I'm sure he's heard about it already. Which will eventually replace the LLVs. Another false dialogue. Eventually. Now that eventually could be 2036, 2056. God knows how long. We just pray that USPS is around at that time when all the stations start getting the new, what do they call it? NGDVs. The first NGDVs were scheduled to enter service in June 2024. So last year's June. So now we're a year over schedule already. Additionally, the USPS has been purchasing some off-the-shelf Ford E-Transit vans and Stellantis gasoline-powered vans as part of the transition. These Ford E-Transit, there are some in my county, but they call it the better higher-up stations, higher production stations have them. My station doesn't. Every single route is a LLV. Ford Transit. In the meantime, letter carriers continue to operate these older vehicles, and the risk of fires remains significant concern for both postal workers and the public. So that's the LLV situation. Sadly enough, for us carriers that are stuck with them. What can we do in this situation, guys? Newer NGDVs, according to reports, they're still gonna lie. That plan is halted. They didn't produce as many as there was scheduled. Only the very least amount was produced. They're already sent to all the stations. That plan is halted. Oshkosh is not producing anymore. I could be wrong. This is just a source again. So, if I hear something different, I will definitely share it. But we'll see what this new Postmaster General, Mr. Steiner, does about the situation. He's got to do something. Luckily, these LLVs that catch fire, us carriers are not, we're not in no situation to put a lawsuit on USPS, anything like that. But each time we drive these things, makes you think your life is in danger. So it's just overall dead-end situation right now. The stations that have these things just barely running. Like I said, the mechanics, I'm sure in each station, Mechanics, we see them every morning show up left and right. They're running, fix this one, multiple issues with each of these on a daily basis. How many write-ups we have in each station? I don't even want to imagine. Multiple carriers write them up for different various reasons, and then the mechanics following day have to sort out what they're gonna fix, what they can fix. Flat tires, all that is normal. We were discussing rain coming through and the deteriorating parts, rain touching fuses all the time, and heat melting things in it. Uh, it's just bad, guys. It's bad. I pray for better times for each and every one of the carriers that has to drive this LLV every day. I mean, it wasn't planned. Just the planning of the Postal Service hasn't been there, man. If it was planned better all throughout the decades, somebody took initiative to get us newer vehicles, took these tin cans out when they were meant to be taken out, replaced them. Like, you look at FedEx, UPS, they have, obviously they were planning back then, they don't have old vehicles. I did time in FedEx. I was 10 years as a carrier there. And I had a brand spanking new Mercedes Sprinter, they called it. So it was brand new. I mean, I was the first one to get it. Brand new, the new car smell and everything. So it's just, USPS, whatever it has been, lacking control, management throughout the decades. You can question many things that who didn't do their job. And, granted, there's many stations, but that's not an excuse. There were Postal Service, somebody's job, they failed drastically. If these vehicles were replaced, we would be a lot more happier, a lot more, well, safer, first and foremost. Safer, we would probably do our jobs, equipment better to handle what we do. And it was just overall the morale would be a lot better. This is the LLV is one of the reasons new CCAs quit, because obviously in the heat, no AC, the frustration of it breaking down all the time. Granted, you're on the clock when it breaks down, but that's another safety hazard. You take an LLV out during your day, sometime, say 5th hour, it breaks down. It's 105 with heat index outside, scorching heat. Now, if it doesn't crank anymore, you got no more fans either. You're out of luck. You're just sitting there with your water, your cool cloth. What else can you do? Your fan is off because the truck ain't running no more. You're waiting for the tow truck. So it's just different, stresses we go through as carriers. A lot of, it's just bad. It's just bad, guys. It needs to improve. Major improvement is needed. We pray for different things to happen, but it's all against what things are happening right now. We don't see anything changing anytime soon. Like I said, our mechanics, proud of our mechanics. They work hard, keep bringing these things to life, do what they can to keep them running. That's their job. We appreciate all the mechanics all throughout the states. They work hard for us, given the limited, what they can do. Sadly, they can't really tell us anything about the newer vehicles. Anytime I ask my particular station, the mechanics, they say, oh, your station, nothing in the works, nothing at all. Heard nothing, heard in the long run, heard nothing. So it's just my crew, we come in there, do our job with what we have. I'm sure all the stations, all of you guys hearing me, that's what happens. All the stations with the newer vehicles, the metrics they have their own issues, but the baseline is covered. AC, you got AC, you open the window, still AC is blowing on your face. So I'm sure it makes a major difference. So other than that, just keep your guys' heads up. It's not much we can do. We're waiting on this new Postmaster General, Mr. Steiner, to do something different than what DeJoy did. Help the rest of us out. right now our prayers just for the post office to survive. There's a lot of news again about negative things like privatization is still in the news. What was it? There's some news about Wells Fargo giving some advice to the higher ups, selling off parts of the postal service. That's a different story in itself. So I'll get to that. It was thrown out there. So, but anyways, that was my video today about our LLVs and just all these fires going on. Thought I'd do a recap video on it. So hope all y'all are doing good. Keep supporting me. Thanks so much. And any questions y'all CCAs and PTFs have, don't forget to hit me up on the comments. Just if I don't have the answer offhand, I will definitely get it for you. And there's a new section for a viewer post. You don't have to wait for a video, the comments. You all actually can go and start a post yourself. If there's a question, something that's you want to recommend to me, you can start your own post over there. So of course I want you guys to start something over there. Anything that's on your minds, just look for a viewer post somewhere underneath the video somewhere. I'm sure you can find it. So anything you can suggest for improvement, anything you want to share with me, I'm here for you guys. So all the carriers, much love. And that's it for today's video. Until next time, MailmanSyed out. Always watch your back, guys. Hydrate. And remember, if this LLV thing, you see smoke or anything, first important thing is to jump out of there. Don't go for your stuff. Mail can be replaced or will be replaced the next day. Just get yourself out of there to safety. That's it. Take care, guys. MailmanSyed out.